John Gamer. I no longer love you, because Jane played Street Fighter like she loves you more than I do.
No. That's impossible. I lost to her in Street Fighter, so we can't be in love.
Go to the airport, John Gamer. Become John Speedrunner.
Ay, ¿por qué horas?
Why is Deathstroke get like Goku like that?
Ay, 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 es el punto de algo romántico. El hombre necesita chozar solo una mujer a ganar. ¿Entiendes?
I felt an icky feeling in my tum-tum when I finished watching High Score Girl. It's a good anime, so I wanted to figure out why I felt icky in my tum-tum when I finished it. Then I realized it's because 100 Girlfriends is the only harem thing I've consumed for over 5 years. Before reading this piece of peak, I watched the quintessential quintuplets, which, looking back, was alright. And most of my distaste for it was probably because I had this icky taste on my tongue of knowing that these 5 girls are competing to be the one lover of this one guy. There was also my opinion on There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless while I was watching it. Seeing multiple girls grow feelings for one person and eventually start fighting for affection or using it against one another felt bad. And then at the end of the first season? Second season? First and a half season? Whatever. At the end of this cosplay arc, which happened because Renako was internally debating, should I go out with this girl that's been doing her best to show how much she loves me throughout the entire series? Or best girl? And then she eventually made her choice. I hope they stay happy. Post-credit scene be damned. Unfortunately, my priorities are elsewhere when it comes to book buying, so I won't be reading the light novel anytime soon, so I'll have to wait to see where this absolute cinema is headed. I have a much shorter wait when it comes to 100 Girlfriends though. Rentaro is the main character of 100 Girlfriends, and what was an entire arc in a different series is half of the first episode here. Love at first sight. Both girls ask him out at nearly the same time, he lolls on it for a bit, and then finally accepts both of their love. This is partially due to 100 Girlfriends being comedy first during the opening chapters, but as more girlfriends get introduced, it starts to ease back on the comedy sometimes, and becomes a genuinely good romance manga with plenty of great moments between all of the currently 37 girlfriends. We're 250 chapters into the series right now, it's not ending anytime soon. Because I've been reading this masterpiece for the last 5 to 6 years, I've gotten used to the formula of love at first sight, see the quirks of this specific girl, she integrates into the family, and then not much happens, aside from like special chapters dedicated entirely towards that girlfriend's gimmick. And then we go back to regularly scheduled peak. By the way, I caught up to the manga around the time Chio was introduced, I think. You can imagine the amount of thought that went into whether or not I should continue. Luckily I chose to continue, and the anime onlys will have to make their choice at the beginning of season 3, which probably has already started airing. The correct choice is to read the manga because I have my opinions on the chapters they chose to and not to adapt in the second season, and I can only hope they choose better in the third. I'd still recommend reading the manga anyway because more 100 Girlfriends is more 100 Girlfriends. You won't complain if you're deciding to stick around after Chio. Also, you'll be able to see Best Girl earlier if you read the manga. Kidarui Ashi introduced chapter 87. She's a cute yaru who loves cute stuff and is always chillin' smiling. How did I start this video off? Alright, High Score Girl. High Score Girl was good. The video game nerd inside me was happy seeing the genuine excitement over each new game that was coming out during the fighting game boom, and the genuine intrigue that people had over what seemed like a gazillion nothing burger releases to people who didn't know much about Street Fighter 2 and 0, that eventually built up to things like Darkstalkers and Virtua Fighter and other notable releases that I don't particularly care about. I only play Smash, Persona 4 Arena, Dead or Alive, Idol Showdown. The romance elements of the story boil down to gamer girls having the hots for a gamer guy, and it's honestly not that bad. They all tie into each other's stories really well, their love triangle contributing to the ups and downs that Haruo experiences throughout the story. His relationship between the two girls when it comes to both fighting games and real life helps them realize their own weaknesses, and it helps them overcome their personal struggles, and even if it's sometimes really hard to watch, especially when it's really good at making you give a damn about the fake people on the screen. And the fact that it makes me care so much about these characters, makes me want them to have a happy ending, is also why I have such strong feelings when Haruo makes the difficult choice of turning Hidaka away to keep her out of a one-sided relationship that would have ruined her, and instead go after the one girl he truly, genuinely has feelings for, that he's been ignoring until now. As much as it hurts to see these characters suffer so much, it's what they need in order to grow as people and have an ending that truly makes them happy. Because not everyone is Rentaro or Renako, so the best way to make sure that everyone wins is to have a losing heroine.
Jane Awesome. I will become John Speedrunner for you because I want to be the best John gamer I can be. Because I love you. Jane Awesome. Please don't go yet.